Good day, this is Sport Frenzy on iBrandTV, and we're here to give you the gist, lovely highlights of the sports. And then I'm Adigbero Adiola, and I'm not here alone. I'm here with my pundit.
My name is Olalikon Adibayo,
and then we're here to give you the highlights of what happened during the weekend. Likes of the Premier League, EPL is back. Then Bundesliga, then those other players that actually left, and then the top guns that were expected to be gunning, and then I don't know, probably they heeded their cannon, So yeah.
Okay, so basically we're going to start with the top 5 Premier League, the top 6 Premier League teams, and this is just like the Premier League is going to be, it's so competitive this season because every top team is buying players and everybody is reinforcing, and we are looking at the likes of Haaland, the likes of Gabriel Jesus going to Arsenal, the likes of Nunes going to Liverpool. So these games these are amazing games. So first, let's talk on the Arsenal Crystal Palace game. What do you think about that game, and how do you see Arsenal moving forward in the
the game was very, very tactical. Arsenal performed just for the first 25 minutes, and then which produced they go. But later on, they actually sat down. Probably energy actually withdrew. They had low energy, and then Crystal Palace had edges. And then talking about the little additions, Arsenal actually made. Saliba actually performed a little bit well, and then that was actually very nice. And Salah had the best time with White. White wasn't playing his normal position. It's been a while. He was a full centre back. And then
seeing Arsenal actually made a lot of improvements, and it is because of when you bring in quality players to some specific positions, you make there's this kind of, your team becomes more good or more fluid in their kind of change of gameplay, especially with Zinchenko coming in and Gabriel Jesus top front. Gabriel Jesus as a 9 that can play as a false 9 also actually made Martinelli Saka actually had more gameplay. So for Arsenal this season, I'm thinking they will go far, but Arsenal has a bit of inconsistency that they have. I think if they can overcome that, I think top 4 is looking very, very sure for them, and probably even the league. So
let's see how that goes.
Let's see how that goes.
Season is just fresh.
So the big news is Liverpool Fulham. Everybody expected Liverpool to. I expected it to be like 4-0.
I was so amazed, man. Mitrovic came from nowhere.
Wow. It was. I was like, the Fulham brought a kind of energy I didn't see. Like they were playing like a Champions League final. The kind of energy you bring in, and I think they just knew that they were not going to be second feeded. Like they knew, okay, this Liverpool is a very strong team, but we're not going to give up in this.
They
kind
actually
of match.
played them. They brought the ball to them, and they actually played them on the ball, basically.
Like I was Liverpool at some point even struggled. I think towards the second half they began to gain their momentum, and bringing in Nunes, removing Firmino actually helped them. Yes, and Nunes' game was very, 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 very good, and
top notch.
Yes, I see him having so much potential and probably competing for the goal.
Let's just see how that goes.
Let's see how it goes.
But basically, Mitrovic is also there. Mitrovic actually
of course, scoring 40 goals in Championship last season and coming into the Premier League. It's
the Fulham of those days isn't the Fulham
of course. And
they did right. They did some little
signings that
added up. They even collected Lennon from Arsenal, but he didn't feature in the match. Well,
of course not.
That's actually very great.
That's because of the transfer. And
we'll go back to one of the top guns, Chelsea. Chelsea,
Everton. I think there are two things to this. Looking at the fact that Chelsea has not won at Everton from 2017, I think, or 2016, for the first time winning that match, I think it's a good win for Chelsea. Okay. But on the other hand, in their gameplay, I think Chelsea needs more. I think, I don't know if more attackers forward, because their gameplay was not good at all.
The attackers were not even
at all. The Sterling played well. Minus Sterling, I think Mount didn't play as much as he should.
Havertz also
didn't perform that much. So I think it was just, if not for that penalty, I'm not sure Chelsea will have probably gotten a goal in that match.
Then now that you guys have actually sold Timo Werner out,
I'm sure the club is going to look all through to get a striker before the end of the season.
Are you thinking a striker will be enough?
No, probably, but I think they'll just probably get a striker and maybe get a winger, because Chelsea have a lot of players.
Chelsea has already fixed their centre back.
Yes, of course.
Their defense,
of course,
so
their defense is
Cucurella. Cucurella came up and performed. That guy was so cool and comfortable.
Very comfortable for just 20 minutes coming into a new team.
Yeah,
just in how many days?
Yeah,
2 days,
like
and you're playing like
I was even amazed seeing him on the team sheet,
like
on the team list.
I was so impressed. I was so very impressed by him.
So let's talk about Tottenham. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, Tottenham is. I don't know.
That game
that
was wow.
That team, it's a team that has the capacity to challenge for the title.
Yeah.
Like looking at their ball has so much changed. The way they play, the kind of
there's a lot of flexibility.
There's a lot of flexibility. They could have gone probably 6-0.
Yeah.
Imagine Richarlison not even featuring in that match, and it's a 4-1.
Harry Kane not even scoring.
Harry Kane not even scoring on.
Just imagine.
It's like Kulusevski also. The guy is wonderful.
Is very good. Yeah.
He's wonderful, and I'm seeing him performing a lot this season.
Then let's go to Man City. Yeah, Almighty Allah.
Of course.
How did he do it again?
Yes, Alan. I think Alan has been a little bit doubted this season, especially losing that
chance against
Liverpool
yeah.
in
Community Shield.
I think coming in and scoring 2 goals is proving himself.
Yeah.
He's trying to prove himself.
People did not even believe that.
No, even a lot of people didn't really believe Alan would score that goals like that.
Yeah.
Getting 2 goals in his debut, it's massive.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's huge.
We hope he's going to keep up with that.
Of course, he will keep up because looking at the Man City's dynamic team, they don't have goal scorers anymore. They have more people that can create chances.
Yes.
Looking at De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva is probably going. Mahrez, those people create chances.
But mainly, Man City actually is a team that they don't really play with the striker.
They don't really play with the striker.
Mainly play with their wingers and then their midfielders.
But I think they will because I think that pattern of games will change more.
Definitely because of Haaland.
Haaland is there.
Haaland.
And you score more goals. That's what I'm saying.
That's pretty fine. We're still going to get much about that.
Yes, that's
the greatest outbreak of the weekend. That's talking about Manchester United.
Oh, I really didn't expect anything exceptional for them. Probably I expected a draw. Probably they would have just gotten a draw, or probably struggled to get a win. But that kind of game it's woeful.
So Martinez and Maguire.
Maguire
is back. He's back into the news again.
It's just heartbreaking for them because I've seen the way they played. They just played. There was no difference with them.
Was it the same Man City? Was it the same Man U that Manchester United had played against Liverpool?
I said it then. Liverpool started a first 11 that would not probably even start their FA Cup.
But yeah, they played the second half. Majority of the players.
Yes, but you know when you are 3-0 up or something, there's little that you can do in that kind of match, and it's a friendly also, so you can't really expect your players to put a lot of pressure in it. But the problem with Man U was, this is a team that needs a overhaul of players, like total overhaul of it. They have a lot of average players, so to say. I know
so the guys also average, I guess.
I said a lot. I don't say all. I said a lot, not all, because looking at Fred, looking at McTominay, Fred and McTominay, looking at those 2 games.
Even Fernandes didn't really perform in that match.
Looking at that team in general, how many of them will start
in the top
in top 5 teams, in other top 5 teams in England? How many of them will start?
That's pretty crazy.
So it's just like that for. So I really
we hope they do everything. I hope he actually does.
I hope
recruitment for.
I hope he does recruitment. I hope probably changes their formation, and probably for now, if as a coach, the best thing you can do for Maguire is to bench him.
Yeah, is to bench a captain.
You can't
strip him off captaincy.
You don't need to. Sometimes you just bench him.
But what's the impact of Maguire in that team? I don't see any impact.
I really don't see. I really don't see also because
I prefer David De Gea.
Of course. Just bench him. Issue with Kepa too. When Kepa was making a lot of mistakes, he was benched. It was not that they were doing some kind of just trying to ignore him or something. No, he needed that kind of the crowd to move away from him for now. Then he was brought in and they used him in FA Cup and Community Shield and that way you get more confidence. Maguire's confidence is lost. He's trying to impress the club, he's trying to impress the fans, and he's trying to do everything.
Even impress the country, England, you know.
Yeah, he's trying to impress England also. So everything is, for now, he just needs to be on the bench. For now, for me, that's what I think.
So then we're going to talk about Bundesliga. Mane performing, scoring a goal.
Okay, I think that's the last thing we'll talk about here. I think so. Of course, Bayern. Bayern is always Bayern.
I love
Every
Bayern.
season.
I love the first the attackers, those three attackers in
Every
Bayern.
season,
Those
always,
players are so versatile. The three of them can switch wings.
Bringing money in is a very powerful player, very powerful,
Despite
dynamic.
Lewandowski leaving, they still managed to beat Frankfurt 6-1. I guess.
Of course, that's why I said
Wow.
Bayern is always bad. They are very good and formidable. It's just like that for them, and I'm very happy for Mane actually going there because it's a very good decision for him. I think he wanted another challenge. I think he has collected everything he needs or he can ever collect in Liverpool,
EPL,
and he really helped them in Liverpool. So going there, it's a greater challenge for him.
But do you think Liverpool have actually been able to cover up for?
No, of course, no. They
So I believe that was the
that gap. Yes,
that gap is
that
still
gap is it will keep showing
Do
for
you
now.
think-
It
do
will
you
take
think-
probably season 2.
Do you think Diaz will be able to cover up that?
No, Diaz is another kind of exceptional player. He plays differently from what Mane plays. Mane is a kind of player that marks very well, that can create a lot of chances
And gives ginger to the team.
and is a very selfless kind of person that just wants to work
Go
for the
all
team.
out. Yes.
So they are total two different kind of players. Diaz is very good also. I think it will take time for him to meet up with that kind of prospect of Mane.
Well,
So-
that's pretty good.
Okay.
So for now, that's all we have for you
So
guys.
thank you very much. Thank you everyone watching for us. You can keep on watching. We'll keep dropping more updates and keep dropping more analysis on all of football coming up very soon. Thank you very much.
Stay guys. You guys can
Stay
follow.
tuned. iBrandTV.
Yeah.
Thank you
Got
very
you.
much.
Thanks.